Hey everybody, this is Rick, and we're continuing on with our Wordle program. I've been spending time on and off trying to figure out how to kind of combine the two versions that we have, which is a curses-based version and a command line version. And I think maybe the best way to proceed is just to continue with the curses-based version, and then we have one that works already, the Wordle CLI version, and then when the time comes, we'll just combine everything into one program. So that's something that I'm gonna focus on for the actual development. This way there'll be a kind of a duplicate, and maybe the new folder will be Wordle with the curses in it. In fact, maybe that's how I'll do it, or wordle-tui. And yeah, and then what that'll give me is an idea of where things, what the blocks are, and then figure out how to maybe combine them. But anyway, that's for the future. What I figured out actually in just the last 5 minutes is this crazy thing. I found out that string has the ability to create repeating characters. So you can do something like this, and it's a little more apparent, I guess, if I do it this way. So we can create a big long string, and if you remember, yesterday I was trying to fuss with this, because what happens when we run this is there's a slight bug. We have to clear what I'm calling the status line, and this is the bug right here. If I put in 4, it'll say you need a 5-letter word. So I put in a 5-letter word. But then you see that this exclamation point is here. Now, that's because I didn't clear the status line. So the status line is this thing here where you say you need a 5-letter word. And I'm going to also revamp this in a moment, but clearly I could just add an extra space here. When I add that extra space, then it'll fix that problem. But I wasn't happy with it, or somewhat unhappy with it, because in a moment you'll see. Let's wait for this to build, and then we'll see that it's fixed. You need a 5-letter word. So I put in 5. And now there's no more exclamation point there. We've properly cleared the line. But I was striving to figure out another way, which was this. Instead of doing it this way, I was trying to clear the string by doing this addnstr business. And it turns out that from this post here, addnstr says you can, this is a Python version of curses, use addnstr to never write more characters than fit on the line. And larger than full screen, clipping into the terminal and read up on UPad. Interesting. interesting. I don't know if I'm going to do new pad, but I wanted to use addnstr, but you can clearly see that this n is a limit. It should be, in my case, 79, because the character width is, it doesn't say so here, but the character width is 80 by 24. How do I do? At least in Tmux, if I tell it to print the terminal information, I'm going to hit the keystrokes. But look at the upper right, which you can't see. I will move it here. And now look at the upper right. You can see that says 80 up there. One more time. 80. So I want to make it so that this addnstr will only print at most to column 80. And here I make it 79, but because I know that the columns are 0 index, but I need an 80 character space string. So I think what I can do is do something like this. I'm going to say this is a little that's the syntax. The syntax was repeat element. The element is space, and the count is 80. So, now I go back down here, and I can, I think, do 80 spaces. And now it will print up to column 79, no matter where I started. And here I put it in line 17 in column 3. So let's just see if this works. In the end, this is probably just as fine, but what I'm going to program tonight, this may or may not stay, but what I'm going to program tonight is this Windows business, because I want to see if the Windows help the programming of this code. So here I say 4 5s, and yeah, it's cleared out, and it's not bad, and it kind of works. It's a little more elegant, but then I just realized I could do this. So just so you could see the difference, I could do, hang on, the content instead will be 80 spaces. But if I do it this way, addStrTo will just print to the bottom of the screen. It'll go to the end of the row. But maybe in the end it's not so bad, because there's nothing below the status line. So who cares? But yeah, there's nothing below here. So if I do 4 and I say 5s, yeah, that's okay. And then if I do 2 6s, yeah, see, so maybe this isn't bad. it's roughly the same thing. So we're somewhat settled. Wordle CLI is a program that works. It is the command line version of Wordle with that massive 14,000 word dictionary. What I'm going to do now is make a new program. I might ultimately get rid of this these two mock-ups. They'll always be in the commits, but my project is well, I mean, it's just it's a toy project. Who are we kidding? But I'm going to make a new directory called wordle-tui, and we're going to basically take the entire Wordle CLI and bring it there. Now I'm realizing what I really need is for there to be like a library, like guess row and Wordle words. These should be libraries, but you know, we're gonna let's see what happens if I go in this direction. So I will first. Okay, so I've abandoned addnstr. In the end, our use case, it didn't matter which one we wanted. The more interesting thing was figuring out this 80 spaces business. That to me was the more interesting thing. First, save these two things into the buffer and do a git diff. Get rid of these two things. It's always in there. So you have this change. I'm going to push it up so people have it. And see, now the thing is, I go back and forth with this, but let's just start doing it so that we actually have something, and at the same time with this new code base, we can make the changes with the window that I want to try to do. So let me go and go off screen. We're going to go and check out some of the. We're going to make a new directory and see what becomes of that. I'm going to quickly commit this file so that it's in the repository, and we're going to start doing this thing with the windows in a moment. Now, regarding this Windows business, I'm not going to worry about letter and guess row. The other thing that I'm feeling slightly anxious about is that I'm not going to be streaming much over the next week. I won't have access to my little room here. If I do come on, it'll be for quieter streaming and probably off-screen programming. So I'm trying to get stuff done, mindful of the fact of my schedule, but in the end this is all being recorded for posterity, for people to look at later, but I will be taking pretty much a week off doing this stuff. But if I do come on, it'll be a surprise, but the next scheduled one will be most likely Sunday, something like that. So with regards to the Windows, first I'm gonna just run this. This is the one that we just made a copy of. Oh brother, I gotta add this into the package. So first, bummed about this. Actually, let me do it this way. Yeah, let's run this. Now that the package manager knows about this new source file, it should be able to build this. Yeah, but it is under sources TUI. Wait. Oh, wordle-tui. Then we're going to get into this Windows thing, because I'm anxious about this, and I haven't done any work on this myself yet. Yeah, while that's building, let me go and close the... That was the REPL. Okay, so this is good. In fact, I might even make this wordle-tui just to make it even more apparent. But that'll actually be the first thing we change. So so I'm using git add -p to only partially commit the Package.swift. So we're not going to add this because that's my local copy. We're still using the SwiftCursesTerm from our Derek. But I am going to stage this to bring in the new, adds a new executable target. Regarding this Windows thing, where am I going with this? What is happening? Windows is this concept that the library supports, and NCURSES, where you can define a section and a location and a width and a height, and the subsequent functions from SwiftCursesTerm can take a window, and notice how these windows are numbered win2, win1. We're going to make them sensible names. So now we're going to, what that'll enable is we will no longer have these strange looking numbers that come out of nowhere. Plus these numbers are kind of geared towards the entire screen, 80 by 24 from the Keynote. Oh, I think I don't have the Keynote here. I'm going to start Keynote and we're going to take a look at that graph paper. So this is the graph paper of the project, and the numbers that are in the program are keyed off of these values here. This is, of course, the line that it's on, and this is the column that it's on. So the W is the column. And the H is the row, or the line. In the parlance of the library, line, column. And it is in line column format. The other, I should have put it this way here. I hope this is understandable, but and I've only ever programmed. Having a Cartesian coordinate system is normal for me to have in my mind, because I've only ever programmed 2D games. It's a natural fit what I'm looking at here. But what we're going to do is we're going to make a window And that window is really going to encompass just the Wordle CLI, that part where I actually just announce the game. Then we'll make another window that's going to encompass the guess rows, and so on. The other parts of, so we'll have the other parts of the game set up with their own windows. And there's really only going to be a few. This the CLI, the keyboard, which is it's like 1, 2, so it's right under the question mark. The space under the question mark. So there's going to be a Q here, and then is Z. This block will also be a window. So I'll fill this out. Well, I'll just leave it here. That's what I'm going for. So let's go and make the first window, and I won't belabor the point here in this graph paper. Hopefully it's clear in your mind what it is, and when you get the code, you can see for yourself. I'm gonna go and just grab this block here, and I'm just gonna put here I'm gonna say title, now I don't know how many characters this is, but I can look at Xcode to give me like the character count. This is column 25. Going to column 46, so then you can just do some math here. Like 21, so let's call it 25, for example. And its position though is going to be this thing. And then when I do this term addString, it will be window game time. I think that'll be it. And if I go to the SwiftCursesTerm library, addStrTo. No, I don't think I need addStrTo. I think I just need addStr. Yeah. So it makes it a little more sensible, even though the word window is suggestive of other things, like maybe something bigger, but this is just a window of one character. But let's see what this looks like. I think if I stream tomorrow or any of these nights while I'm not sitting at my normal desk, it'll just be mostly coding and commits and less talking, which may be better. But I do like talking through what I'm thinking. Oh, we forgot to refresh. Hang on though. Should not have there been. Let's put one down here and see if that fixes things. Yeah, by refresh, Boolean is false for addStrTo, and refresh addString is also false. Okay, hang on. So if I just call addString with content for a particular window, do I have to do anything with this window to initialize it? I make a new window, height, width. Let's put this refresh true here then. This is. I mean, I thought term refresh. Oh, but you know what? I think term refresh. It may not be what I'm thinking. Gosh, I'm gonna have refresh true. But none of these needed it. That did not work. Not happening. No. You know what? I think my line and column need to be set if I'm going to do addstr. No, that's correct. No, that's correct. Width, the height, the width, and it's going to be on line 3 and column 3. Oh yeah, really? have here, line 3, column 3. Height 1. Let's make this height 2. Just want to see something new happen. Or maybe it'll push down the rest of the game. You know what? I think it did push down the game. The game zero, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. It's not gonna let me go across, is it? I thought I could do that. I think the game is moved down a little bit, but it's certainly not printing my string. Let's look at again the SwiftCursesTerm. I like that this. Yeah, so if the window was set, then it calls the window, adds the content, then it refreshes the content. Yeah, I am. Oh, you know what? No, that's okay. He calls term refresh here at the top. That is a bizarre place for it, but I am going to do that. If only to see some activity. And I have refresh true, so I like this pausing to let the compiler do its work. There's something helpful about that. Yeah, look at that. And clearly 25 was not big enough. Height 2. So if I set term refresh at the top, has to go all the way up there. How many characters is this? $26. That's funny on a lot of levels. We'll make it 35. Actually, we'll make it 40. Why 40? The original graph paper that I laid out was 40 characters across, 0 to 39, and I'm figuring that if a normal terminal is 30 characters, then yeah. So I think what this means too is I can get rid of this refresh. Let's see if the refresh down there makes a difference. I call a refresh at the top, but now it doesn't work at the bottom. And I still need it at the bottom. But it's a new window, so maybe that's the point. Yeah, it needs it. It needs that refresh. So I put the refresh back in, but I'm going to take the refresh out at the top. Yeah, that's better. That's what I had before, right? In the I actually made a new banner for it. No, watch this. If I do curse, see how it puts it in the wrong place? So that's a bug that we're gonna fix right now, but it'd be great if I figured out this thing with the windows. But now I'm gonna try to get rid of the refresh here at the top. So I definitely need the refresh here, but did I need it up here? And yeah. Yeah, I think I did need it up there. I really wonder why. Let's look at this refresh business. I wish there was something that printed. I wish there was a view that let me look at all the functions. Is that something that I have here? I got the mini map, which is cool. Oh, here's refresh. This is what I was looking for. Window. Oh, that's odd. Okay. I'm not going to understand it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the refresh closer to the top here. Feels more intuitive up there. Right. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make another window, but let me first commit this. now we're going to add another window for the guesses. GuessesBoard. Oh, I mixed up camel case with snake case. Yeah, camel case versus snake case. Which did I like to use? I had a convention. Good input. Yeah, I think I picked the camel case, and so I'm going to make this game title is the one that's wrong. These little things that programmers get particular about. Let me just keep going. The height of this is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The width of this is also 40, but now it's going to go on line 5 and column 8. And now I'm going to do this business of adding window, guessesBoard, window. Gotta be careful here because it's doing a move, but the move you're gonna see it should be different. I should be able to express it in a way where the magic numbers don't look so magic because I'm using these windows. So this down here is going to be the keyboard window. But watch, if I understand how it works, this line number is going to be 0. It's going to be column 0. This is going to be 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be column 0 all the way down. So, now this, I'm going to leave the refresh off for a moment. I just want to at least see that it at least what we should see is a sandwich of the title and the keyboard. Then I'll just add those refresh trues, which I shouldn't have to, but maybe I did need to. Yeah, so it's definitely, we need that refresh true, but I think I can just do it at the end. That'll get everybody. Let's see if that works. And I can also just call term.refresh and then give it the name of the window. That's something we saw when we were looking at the source code just now. Yeah, that's good. So, I don't know about you, but it feels better to me, these numbers. This makes sense. If I'm in this window, I just go to the corner of that window. I go 1 line down, 2 lines down, 3 lines down. The window itself is situated on the screen in the right place by this function here, and the refresh true here at the end takes care of all 6 lines. So what I'll do is make another one for the keyboard. No, I'll commit this. Just use the previous one that I just had here, right? Yes, board. The magic numbers business is a kind of a big deal. I mean, right here, 12, 13. Now, with the argument labels, it does make sense. 12, 13, 14. But you do need to have this map to know that you're talking about this, the keyboard. So it'll just make maintenance a little better. It's just a consideration. These magic numbers. Make another one for the keyboard. It's unfortunate the keyboard has the same. I pick guesses, but anyway. The height of this is 3. The width of this is 4. But the line is 12.